Morning, Woodridge. Welcome to Woodridge Memorial Post 1578, Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States Memorial Day Service. Welcome to all our military personnel, honored guests, and visitors. Thank you for all coming. This morning, we will have several readings and hear from several guests, all focused on Memorial Day.
Well, it's November. Time to celebrate Veterans Day this month. So, as always here on Mike Kara Presents, let's travel back to May of this year to take a look at an awesome Memorial Day event. On Monday, May 31st, 2010, the Woodridge Veterans of Foreign Wars Memorial Post 1578 was putting on the official Memorial Day ceremony for the Village of Woodridge. First, there was a silent parade marching from the Lisle-Woodridge Fire House, District 2, along Woodridge Drive on the Center Drive, past Village Hall, the library, and ending at the Woodridge VFW Memorial at the intersection of Center Drive and Janes Avenue. Then after the parade, there was a short service which included presentations and readings from Woodridge VFW members, as well as a special presentation by Illinois State Senator Kirk Dillard. It was great to see so many proud Americans here to pay tribute to all those brave men and women who pay the ultimate sacrifice for their country, their own lives. Amongst pool parties and cookouts and the preparation of now Stanley Cup champions, the BlackHawks, when they were getting ready to win it all, Woodridge, Illinois was properly honoring the true meaning of Memorial Day, remembering and celebrating the memories of those brave servicemen and women who gave their lives for our country, the greatest country on the planet Earth, the United States of America. It was because of those servicemen and women we can enjoy a tasty hot dog, enjoy all those rich freedoms and liberties that these individuals gave their lives for. They all believed in a proposition, one, to keep us all safe and to live and grow up in an awesome country. We salute them all, and we can never, ever thank them enough for what they did for us. Organizations in the ceremony today included the Lisle-Woodridge Fire District, the Woodridge Police Department, Downers Grove South Marching Mustangs, various Woodridge area Boy Scout troops, as well as State Senator Kirk Dillard, and of course the Woodridge VFW. Thanks to citizens from and around the Woodridge area for showing their patriotism. We're back, and now I am with Mr. Kirk Dillard, who is our state senator in the 24th District, representing all of us here in Woodridge and the community. And Senator, it was just a great ceremony, and you had a speech prepared. And tell us about your role today.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be with veterans anytime I can, and Woodridge does a very, very nice job. It's a great ceremony, and my role today was to thank the veterans and the people who were here for bringing their children out, so that we can keep remembering those who gave their life in the service of the United States. Illinois, as I told the crowd today, we may do some things wrong, but one thing we do right is we do take care of our veterans. veterans. Memorial Day was started by General John Logan, Major General John Logan, in Illinois. So there wouldn't be a Memorial Day if it wasn't for Illinois. And it was down in Carbondale where the first memorial service was held. I also said that I thank Governor Quinn for taking leadership in veterans issues. He's done a good job. Veterans, when he was the lieutenant governor, was part of his major duties. And then I'm also happy that the president is here today, going to Joliet for the Abraham Lincoln ceremony in cemetery. While Arlington is full of great Americans who gave their life to our country, most American patriots are buried in places like Joliet, Illinois. And I'm delighted the president's going to a veterans cemetery that's right here in the state of Illinois, loaded with regular people who serve this country like so many have. So my role was just to say, remember the honored dead. We're losing 800 World War II veterans a day in this country. We're about to start the 60th anniversary of the Korean War. And if you have children, grandchildren, remind them of the sacrifice of soldiers throughout our generations. And then again today, if you've got someone in your neighborhood who's serving in Iraq or Afghanistan or in the military, there's 2 million people who are volunteers in this country serving us in the protection of freedom. Help them out. You know, volunteer to mow their lawn. Ask them if they need something. And don't forget the veterans' families. But most importantly, on Memorial Day, I'll remember those who laid down their life so that we could have a great community like Woodridge.
Oh, great. And you kind of just answered all my questions, which is fine, because I was saying to our audience how to celebrate Memorial Day and how to honor this day, because a lot of people don't know. Do we feel guilty having the pool parties and the cookouts? But we really don't. I think a lot of Americans want to do the right thing, but they're not sure exactly how to go about. What would you recommend for someone to truly celebrate Memorial Day? You know,
what I do is I took down my Chicago BlackHawks flag early this morning and put up the American flag again. But I, in the morning, think about and thank our veterans generally. I'll have lunch with my family, and then in the afternoon, you can whoop it up a little bit. But Memorial Day is different than the 4th of July. And you don't have to be somber. I mean, the veterans who gave their lives did it so you could have your backyard barbecues and have your freedoms. But generally, I take the morning to reflect. I try to thank a veteran anytime I see him. So if you run into one, doesn't have to be Veterans Day or Memorial Day or the 4th of July. Always thank your veterans. When I see a veteran in uniform, whether it's downtown Chicago or at a shopping center at 75th and Lamont Road, I always go up to that veteran. I make my children go up and say thank you very much, and thank a veteran and their families every day.
Okay, and finally, we saw some kids here, and it was so awesome. There's a little boy there that wanted to learn about Memorial Day, and he's on, our audience could see him, and I just thought that was so awesome that these kids want to learn. So you would recommend that these kids, read up, go on the internet, go to the library.
Absolutely. Go on the internet. These children today are so computer literate, but it's also important that moms and dads and aunts and uncles talk about their brothers or their sisters or their aunts who were in the military. Show them pictures. I remember my grandma used to have the pictures of my dad and his 2 brothers all in their military uniforms right in the living room on display. And it's important that you talk about cousins and other people who are serving their country or have served their country with our kids and our grandkids. And that's what the veterans who gave their lives would want you to do. We just pass it down from generation to generation. And again, we have 2 million people, Mike, serving as volunteers in the service of this country right now in the armed forces. You got to thank God every day that they give us men and women who would leave their regular lives, their offices or whatever their jobs are, and go serve the freedom of the rest of the world, not only for the United States, but the rest of the world.
For more information on the Woodridge VFW, please take note of your screen.